Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for May. If you're new, welcome. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get all the messages I post each month. To my lovely loyal subscribers, welcome back. Thank you for being here with me. As always, I'll leave information regarding what decks of cards I'm using and how to contact me for personal readings in the description box there. So go ahead and check out the description box. Let's see what's going on. Gossip, dating. I feel like you guys have been given some blows, throughout this year and the last year. Now I feel like you might be taking stock of your friendships, because I feel like Jupiter going into Pisces for Sagittarius, it makes you realize who's who in your friendship groups or who's who in your relationships in your life. Do you really want them in your life? And we see with this freedom card jumping out last that maybe you're freeing yourself from these sort of people, these sort of friends that, want to talk about you but aren't really there for you, don't really appreciate your friendship or what you do for them. So I feel like your usual outgoing demeanor, that will become more reserved. I feel like you're sticking to yourself. I feel like this brunette here is, it might be that you're blonde. This brunette here is, keeping to herself. I feel like it's you. Like, I'm choosing freedom over this. Maybe you would have chose this in the past, but your spiritual growth and all the blows that you've been through are making you want to choose this. Like, I want love, but I want it as a union with somebody. I can't be bothered dating with people. I want something secure, long-term. I want something real. And I can't be bothered with these gossips or this sort of friendships. I would prefer to be on my own. And that's what I'm picking up for you guys in May. You're going to be more reserved and pulling away from others. And that's because Saturn is going into Gemini in May, and it will retrograde. So it's making you look back at, the way things were and who you were, and maybe just taking a step back to relax with yourself with a glass of something here rather than other people. So I feel like it's good, okay, because the probability of conflict coming around for you guys at the end of May is very high, because that full moon is in your sign, okay? It's in Sagittarius and it's a lunar eclipse, so I feel like there's a high probability of things, if you go back into that sort of energy, sort of even blowing up in your face sort of thing. If you can stay away from it, however, and avoid this unnecessary drama, I feel like you have all this good news and blessings coming in here. 3 of Wands. This is the Wheel of Fortune, the Destiny card, the Magician. So it's like really looking at yourself here, I feel, with the Magician, card 1. It's about the first house, awareness, self. Like understanding that this is what I want for my future. So setting even vision boards and goal boards here and being able to receive those rewards, those things that, you've set for yourself, because you understand getting dragged back into this energy serves you no purpose. If you get dragged back into this energy, you will, around the 29th of May, forgive those people. So even if you avoid them, from the 26th till the 29th to avoid drama, that's better for you. But if you do end up in drama, is what I'm saying, they may come back around and things change with this Wheel of Fortune. Same with romance. If you're sort of waiting from anybody from your past here, I see good communication coming in at the beginning of May, and that's because Mercury goes into its home Gemini on the 3rd of May. So we have those threes there, the 3rd of May, the 3rd house Gemini. So it's showing you being able to get that union. We even see the union card here. Breaking up with people, but for a short amount of time. And if you've been broken up from somebody a long amount of time, you're embracing this freedom that you have from it now, okay? But I do see you giving other people second chances here. Okay, it's sort of like a courteous you may extend to your friends, or you know, being like that, being idealistic. But look again, look at that, 5 of Wands jumping out there, King of Cups. It's kind of like people taking your good nature for granted, and then when you have to come out fighting like this or stand your ground and argue back, you will have this falling out and this drama. I feel it straight away in the gossip card. So the 5 of Wands there, it can be closer than friends, so maybe family members and things like that you argue with, but I feel you after the 29th of May coming back around and, you know, forgiving those people. These are small hurdles, and you see the problem wasn't so big after all. You'll realize you can't forget somebody here from your past as well. That's that awareness card. It's like you're trying to move on, but you know, you're thinking positively, you're ready for new love or new experiences, but it's like, I can't forget the past. Even though if you tried to make amends with that person, maybe it wouldn't be right, because if they, let's say they cheated on you or lied or talked about you here, if you got back together with them during the retrograde, you'd be thinking about it, and it may bring up arguments and things. Like, if you're not with them, you're definitely thinking about them or drawn to them during this time. And that's because Mercury goes retrograde, so does Saturn. Saturn wants us to have these healthy boundaries and not let people walk all over us. Saturn here. That's that number 4. It's our 4th house. So rejecting people at this time is probably better for you than you being rejected, because I feel like you being rejected at this point may make you feel worse about yourself. I feel like boredom may make you text an ex. Don't do that, okay? If you're meant to be, I feel this ex will come towards you. If cross watchers, it would be that the Sagittarius would come towards you, okay? Yeah, Prince of Pentacles here. So it might be that the person you're waiting, your crush or something here, your soulmate, you're waiting for this love offer, this union, this commitment from them, and they're taking their sweet time. So where you usually can ignore it during May, it might agitate you here. Sort of bring up past feelings with that 4 of Cups and 3 of Swords. You're trying to move on and think positively, but it happens to us all when Mercury goes retrograde. You know, it drags us back there to that unfinished business, to what we haven't dealt with before. And there's nothing wrong with it, but it definitely can make us even physically feel back in that place, back heartbroken, or even lonely, missing somebody. But like I said, Saturn wants us to be able to not get involved with them at this time, because things are going to be really chaotic with Mercury in Gemini, and it retrogrades so in all the air signs this year. So it really will be chaotic. There'll be misunderstandings in communication. There'll be technology going wrong. There'll be texting the wrong person, things like that. So expect the worst. You can avoid it by just staying in and looking after yourself. And I feel like up here in the beginning when I said you might be choosing to stay away from like the partying and gossiping and look towards union, freedom, and that sort of thing. The freedom can come by maybe starting to work for yourself or focusing on your career, new community, a new project here, new contract to be signed, money situations going from bad to better here. But I feel like you're a little bit bored. You might spend money on clothes and things, like, what's it called, like when they say shopping? I forgot what it's called. Why would that just escape my mind? But that, you know, I'm sure you're screaming it down the camera to me there. 6 of Pentacles. So it's about finding that balance. What makes you happy? What are you willing to accept? What do you want to set for your future here? You know, do you really want to be accepting that sort of behavior, or, you know, and just dating around with people? Or do you want something real and something set in stone and something you can build with, someone you can build with? Because you are a powerful manifester at this time. Your dreams can be granted, but it can also turn into this thing that's so chaotic. We need to remember, we reap what we sow. So if you get dragged into that gossip and that talking about somebody, even if it's at work, I can expect there to be some sort of big blow up. And it sort of drags your energy down unnecessarily, because it shows a few days later you might want to forgive each other. So it's better to avoid it altogether rather than these hurt words that are being said. Because once we say these hurtful things, we can't take them back, right? We can say sorry, but it doesn't take back what's been said. We can't undo things. So I feel like for you guys, just avoid it altogether.